On with the show with the very fabulous, talented laugh record star, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jimmy Lynch. Bring him on with a round of applause. Hey.
Hey, y'all! Party up in this bad mammy Tampa. Everybody in the house having a good time this evening? Now, y'all motherfuckers got to open y'all mouth shit. I ain't all the way out here in California be fucking off. Open up your mouth, goddammit. I see we got a few white folks in there. Fuck that shit. Let's all be niggas. Everybody in the house having a good time. Let me hear you say yeah. Man, I goddamn right. Party up in here. I guess some of y'all want to call me a tramp. That's right. I'm a tramp. You better be goddamn glad Nixon ain't running for another office. You couldn't find me because all you motherfuckers be tramps. Right on. A brother was driving trucks, you know. And you know, all truck drivers, you know, they be going away from home, away from their wife, you know, 2 or 3 weeks at a time, you know. And for some reason, this damn big truck driver's big truck had done broke down, you know. He's hung up in this town, you know, where there's a lot of prostitutes and, you know, hoes, everybody selling peachy, pussy, doozy, flop. And this dude was going to the bar, you know, but he didn't know the horse, so he go to this bartender. He said, man, he said, my dick is hard as a motherfucker. I just got to have me some pussy. He said, man, do you know you in a military town? And this is the first of the month. He said, for the next 8 or 9 days, it's going to be hard to get some pussy. You got to come in early in the morning if you want to get some pussy. He said, but my truck is broke down. I'm staying at a motel about 20 miles out of town. I can't hardly get to town. He said, I can't help that, man. If you want to get some pussy, you got to come early because all them motherfucking military men got all the hoes and gone now. He said, but one thing I know. He said, what's that? He said, we got old Wong the Chinaman back there in the kitchen. He'll take it in the ass if you give me $10 and you can stand to give it to him. Truck driver said, look, motherfucker, I don't play that motherfucker shit. I don't go for that kind of goddamn shit. He said, well, I'm sorry. Truck driver went on back out there where he's staying. He come to town next day. He said, man, this is the second day. I ain't bullshit. I got to have me some pussy. He said, military's back in town again. They got the Marines come today, and you know them motherfuckers is rowdy. They got all the hoes. You ain't know where you can't get, man, you got to come to town early. He said, man, I'm here early, so I got to have some pussy, and I ain't bullshit. He said, I done told you, all the hoes are gone. But just like I told you before, we got old Wong the Chimer back there in the kitchen. He'll take it in the ass if you can stand to give it to him. He said, look, I'm not going to tell you no more. I don't go for that motherfucking shit. So he went out the door and come back, thought about it. He looked down, that nigga's dick was harder than Japanese arithmetic. He looked around with nobody, he went back and he said, say, man, now just in case I did go for that shit, how much did you say I had to pay you to go back there and fuck that old Chinaman? He said, $10. He said, why so much? He said, Wong is very important around here. And I got to have something to let him take it out of his time. Now, if you want it, now you give me the $10 and go on back there in the kitchen and go for yourself. He'll sure take it in the ass if you can give it to him. He looked around. He said, now look, really, I don't go for that shit. But just between me and you now, I'm going to give you this $10. And if I ever come back in here at a later date with any of my friends, and you tell any one of them other truck drivers I went back there and fucked that Chinaman, me and you going to have something turning to do, you hear? I said, man, I ain't got nothing to do with it. He said, but I'm going to tell you this now before you go back there. Wong don't understand no English. So when you go back there, have your dick out and be ready when you go back in the kitchen, and he'll know what you're looking for when you come back there. That nigga pulled out a dick about 18 inches long, Jack. And he slammed the door back and walked in the kitchen. Wong was washing dick, looked up and saw that big old nigga dick. Wong said, nigga still walking up on with that big old dick. This nigga wanted to fuck Jack. Wong backed up a little far. Nigga still walking. Wong backed up to the guy in the corner. Wong couldn't go no further. Wong come through there about 60 foot and went across that nigga's head, up, down one side and down through the kung fu, karate, judo, and all kind of shit. Just fucked that nigga up something pitiful and threw his motherfucking ass out of the kitchen. Nigga finally got himself together about an hour later. Well, he said, man, you didn't. He said, I told you Wong would take it in the ass if you could stand to give it to him, but I didn't go for that shit in the first place. He said, I forgot to tell you, Wong don't go for that shit either. Do it. Feel all right. Yeah, a hair lip dude, you know, went into the restaurant, you know, to order him a cup of coffee. The waitress walked over and said, "Can I help you?" He said, "Yeah. You can give me a cup of coffee, P-I-S-S. She said, "What? You heard and give me a cup of coffee, P-I-S-S. So she went back and got a boss. She said, "I don't have to take this shit." Took a goddamn rib, says, "I'm quitting." So that man out there coming offer a cup of coffee, P-I-S-S. He said, "Wait a minute, let me go out there and see what's wrong with it." He went out there and said, "Hey, brother, so you can't come in the restaurant ordering coffee and putting all them kind of words." He said, "I didn't mean no fucking harm. I had a cup of coffee, P-I-S-S, mean put in some sugar." He said, "Oh, that's real nice." He said, "I like that." He said, "I didn't think you meant no harm in the first place." He said, "You got any more like that?" He said, "Yeah, S-H-I-T. He said, S-H-I-T. He said, "Yeah, S-H-I-T. He said, "Well, what in the hell is that?" He said, "Shit, you dumb motherfucker." Do it. Feel all right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm the only. That's all I know. Whoa. Now, y'all know I'm from Alabama, don't you? Don't y'all know I'm from Alabama? All of us from Alabama. We out here in California. How the fuck can we be in Alabama? We all from it, goddammit. Incidentally, I was down in Mississippi, you know, a few months ago, way back in the woods, you know. And I was riding down the highway, and this old dude that done got lost, you know. And he's running back through the goddamn woods, and there's some hillbillies down there ain't never seen a nigga. They so goddamn far back up in the woods, and he run to me and said, "What are you?" I said, "I'm a Puerto Rican." And I went on down the street just a little bit further and got lost myself back in the woods, you know. And a friend of mine I've been lost 2 or 3 days ahead of me. And his ass was showing up lost, you know. Them goddamn hillbillies down there don't do nothing but hunt and fuck. And so they finally caught this one dude that had been lost. And they run up on me and says, "Boy, what goddamn hell are you doing back here in these fucking ass woods?" He said, "We're lost." So you goddamn right you lost, boy. You found now. And we finally got to talking and rapping and got pretty clear, you know. And he said, I said, "Well, tell me this. What do y'all do around here for education?" He said, "Hunt and fuck." I said, "Well, tell me what you hunt." He said, "Something to fuck, and I'm doing pretty goddamn good because I'm fixing to fuck you." And I moved on down the road just a little bit further. And after I got down the road a pretty good goddamn piece, you know, I started walking and looking around, talking to shit, you know, and I thought about another friend of mine. All they do is get drunk. He just get drunk and go home, you know, fuck around, you know, laying up in the bed. His wife got tired of all that goddamn shit. And some reason another dude was out getting drunk one night and his baby got the hiccups. And the baby, hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. And she called a doctor. She gave him water. She did everything. She couldn't find, so he found an old woman with a down-home remedy. Said, "Tell me, what can I do to stop my baby from having these hiccups?" Said, "Well, the best thing I can tell you, baby, take his little Peter and take a little red ribbon and tie it around the head of his dick, and he sure as hell would stop them damn hiccups." So she tied a damn ribbon around the little boy's pecker. Slept like a baby. Here come that drunk-ass husband, towed down, fucked up, Jack. Got in the bed and started sleeping. Way after a while, he was sleeping. Say, "God damn, now let hear this fool done come in with that damn shit." So she jumped up and tied a big old red ribbon around his dick. They ain't stopping with this. So she didn't find no more red ribbon, so she got a blue ribbon to tie around her dick. Sure as hell, hiccups smooth right on off. My man woke up the next morning sober to hell. Went to the bathroom, you know, get ready to piss. He saw that red ribbon and that damn blue ribbon on his dick. He said, "God damn, buddy." He said, "I don't know what in the fuck we were last night, but we must have come in first and second place." Feel all right. Yow! Early in the morning, can't get right. Had a meal time, baby, that night. Early in the morning, do my little walk. Watch me, baby, let me talk. Yow! Yeah! And I I moved on around the road just a little bit further, you dig. There was a southern preacher had never been to New York. The cat got to New York, you know, and was going down through the great big Central Park. And he saw this great big old goddamn gorilla in his cage, you know. And the Reverend had never seen no damn gorilla in no cage. In fact, he ain't never seen a gorilla before. And he thought the white folk was mistreating a brother, you know. The gorilla sitting up there in the cage, all black and ugly, look just like some of them niggas he just left down Mississippi, you know. So the Reverend was very upset. He walked up to the cage. He looked in there. He said, brother, I just come from down in Mississippi. And they don't even do us like that down there. He said, I'm going to bow down on my knees in prayer that some kind of way you will get out of that cage. I just don't know why they imprison my brother like that out here in the public so everybody can walk around and look at him. So he got down on his knees. He said, oh, Father, almighty and almighty heavenly Father, I's up here in New York, out here in this here Central Park, down on my bended knees, asking you to deliver my brother from this cage. These white folks has got him in. About that time, the gorilla reached out and hit the nigga on the head. Boom. Reverend said, wait a minute, brother. I'm doing all I can to pray to get you out here. You ain't got to bump me so hard. I know you in campaign, don't want to be in there. Just wait a minute. I'm asking the Almighty Father to help us. He went on back in solemn prayer. After a while, the gorilla reached out there and snatched him and bumped his head up against the cage. He said, brother, now wait a minute. I'm trying to help you now. You ain't got to hurt me like that. I'm trying to do all I can to get you out. So the Reverend started preaching real fast, and after a while, that gorilla reached out there and grabbed that preacher and snatched him up against that cage. Boom, 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 and slammed his ass against the ground. And the Reverend jumped up and said, yeah, goddamn right. They got your motherfucking ass in the right place. I'm down here trying to help your black, stinking, crazy motherfucking ass to get out. And here you gonna come and hurt me, goddammit. I knew something wrong with you when I first come in here. Got that goddamn fur coat on and no goddamn shoes in August. You need to shave, motherfucker. Whatever they're doing, if they ever bring your ass a coat, I'm gonna be sitting on the front line and tell them to hang your black motherfucking ass. Do it. Feel all right. Yeah. Yeah. Woo! I'm the only lover's all I know. Wow! Back in Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, and all the southern states, you know, they got a lot of hillbillies back in the woods, you know, and they don't get the chance to come to town too often, you know. And so the hillbilly went to town one afternoon, you know, and went in the pawn shop. He saw this BB gun. He said, by God, what's that? So the man in the pawn shop said, that's a BB gun. He said, BB gun? He said, yeah, for little boys and girls, little gun. He said, ain't one of them big, powerful-ass shotguns that y'all have back in the hills. It's just a BB gun. He said, let me try that son's a bread child. So he took the damn BB gun and brought it back and pow! Shit, that's powerful, by God, that's real powerful. I'm going to buy this gun and take it back to my boy. So he bought the gun and took it back in the hills and gave it to his son. Said, son, now, by God, you can go bear hunt. So my boy took his damn BB gun, went back in the woods, you know, he hunting bear. That little hillbilly hunted for 2 or 3 hours. He finally saw a big old bear up in a tree eating honey, you know. He got way close so he can get to the damn bear, cocked his little BB gun, pew! Hit the bear right dead on the right cheek of his ass. Little bear ain't flip, bear ain't moved, just kept on eating honey. Said, God damn, what's wrong with this bear? He went on up a little closer. He cocked his BB gun again. Pow! Hit him up on the shoulder. Bear flinched a little bit. He said, I know it. I'm getting him now. I'm getting him now. So he went up a little closer. Cocked his BB gun, hit the bear right dead on the right side of his lip. The bear looked down and saw the little boy and jumped down that tree, started chasing. Little boy running like a zombie. The bear right behind him. The boy and the bear, they running and they running. The boy headed back for home. This damn BB gun ain't killed the boy. He running just as the little boy got almost home. He tripped and fell over the log. And the bear was running so goddamn fast he couldn't stop. He tripped and knocked the goddamn fell dead up in the living room. The boy said, skin that motherfucker, Pop. I'm going to get another one. And I moved on down the road just a little bit further. Walking down the street in New York, you know, and I saw this dude walking in front of me. He was clean. Whoa, man, this dude was. Now, you know they dress like hell in New York, you know. And there was this big black brother following this dude real clean, you know. He just kept on walking behind him and looking at him. So finally, he stopped the brother. Brother turned around, look. He said, yeah, man, what can I do for you? He said, man, what kind of shoes are them you got on? He said, them shoes I'm wearing? He said, yeah. He said, man, them gators, man, nothing but gators. He said, gators? He said, what's them gators, fool? Them shoes I got on the gators. He said, well, where you get them? Took them from the alligator, motherfucker. What you think? Took them from the alligator. He said, man, I got to have me some. I ain't never seen no shoes. Put it them shoes you got on. He said, tell me where can I find some gator shoes? He said, you got to go to Florida. That's the closest place I can tell you. Unless you want to get your plane and go over to Africa somewhere, just go on down in Florida. And when you get down there, ask anybody where the goddamn swamps is, and you can find some gators and take you some motherfucking shoes. So my man went to the bus station. My man got to the bus station. He said, I want the first thing you got leaving here going to Florida. I said, well, sir, we're very sorry. You just missed the last bus going to Florida tonight. The next soonest thing we have will be at 8 o'clock in the morning. So give me the ticket. I'll sit right here, goddamn it, and wait. I got to go to Florida. I got to have me some of them gator shoes. So my man purchased him a ticket and sit there early the next morning. All aboard for Tallahassee, Miami, Pensacola, Florida. My man run out there and got on the bus. That nigga rode 4 or 5 days before he finally got to Florida. When he got to Florida, as soon as he hit Florida land, he jumped off the goddamn bus. I'm supposed to find me the gator. He saw a brother walking down the street. He said, man, could you tell me where I can find gators? He said, brother, you just got in Florida. You got to go 400 or 500 more miles down in southern Florida around the Everglades shit if you want to find gators. He said, man, they told me Florida's gators everywhere. He said, what you mean? I got to have me some gator shoes. He said, well, if you want to get some gator shoes, he said, I want them from Live Gator. He said, well, you got to get back on the bus and go on down in Everglades. So my man got on back on the bus and went down in southern Florida. He stopped another brother. He said, man, could you tell me where I could find me some gators? I got to have me some goddamn gator shoes. And the brother looked at me, he's a great big old nigga. He said, yeah, I believe you do got to go out and get your own gator because you got a big motherfucking feet. He said, the best thing I can tell you, bro, is you rent yourself a truck and you go about 40 miles down Highway 118. And when you get down there so far, you see a dirt road that crosses, it says Alligator Trail. And you take that road. Make sure you get a truck now, because there ain't no way you can get down through there in no car. And when you get down there, you cross this first swamp. And when you cross that first swamp, you ain't going to find none there, because it ain't no good there. You got to cross over that first swamp, and there's a little good landing. And when you cross that good landing, you got another swamp. And when you get across that anywhere around in that second swamp, gators is every goddamn way. Now, I'm going to tell you this since you ain't never caught in that gator before. Now, if you see them around on the land anywhere, they ain't going to give you too much fight. But if them motherfuckers in that water swimming, Jim, you got hell on your hand. He said, fuck that. I got to have me some goddamn gator shoes. I'm going out that motherfucker. So my man went down, crossed the first swamp, good. Crossed the first land, he tired. Hot, oh man, it was hot down there for days. Nigga got across the goddamn second swamp. He looked everywhere. He couldn't see nothing no damn way. He went on back a little further. He saw them motherfucking alligators in the water. Oh, man, hundreds of them or something. Then he saw a great big one. That nigga took off his shoes, rolled his pant legs up to his knees, took off his shirt, and jumped in that motherfucking water on that gator. That nigga and that gator. That nigga and that gator. They wrestle and they turn and they twist and they wrestle and they turn and twist. Well, after a while, you saw that nigga walking out that goddamn muddy water with a big old bear hug on that motherfucking alligator, slammed him down on the ground. The old alligator looked up and said, ah. He said, hell, motherfucker, I'm fixing it. He looked down. He said, God damn, this motherfucker ain't got no shoes on.